In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can redirect your hot flash before it erupts into sweating and all the heat-related problems that you have. Too good to be true? Through the Ayurvedic lens, Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old healing medical system from India. In Ayurveda, hot flashes are understood as an expression of the fire out of control, moving upwards and downwards without any containment. So, fire needs containment. Picture this: you're sitting in a forest and you have a little bonfire in a nice starry night. The wind comes in, and basically, the little fires are now catching onto the trees, and now you have a forest fire. That's what's happening inside your body when you're having a hot flash. That fire that lives in the reproductive region is now rising up. So it floods the chest, the throat, the face, and it flushes it with redness and heat. And the fire is already elevated in high achieving women who are go getters and running at full capacity. And now that fire is just out of control. The little fire that was contained is now turning into the big forest fire. And that is causing that hot flash to happen. I've talked about pitta in the previous videos. It is the drive, the intensity, your ambition, your focus, your willpower, the motivation. All of it is this drive of excellence that you get because you have this energy of fire inside of you. So you're a go getter. You can move and you can create things. So I'm going to give you an example of a woman who is experiencing hot flashes during her presentation. I read from my notes here. So I'm a VP of sales at a company and I've worked there for 7 years. There are two other women on the board. Other than that, it is male dominated. I want to rip off my shirt and run away. I pause, say I need a drink of water, and then a moment to recollect myself, and then I start again. My hot flashes manifest as the first turning of the redness on the face, the upper arms, the chest, and then sweating before I know it on the scalp, and I can feel this profuse sweating dripping down my back. There may be heat palpitations and anxiety at the same time, but I can't do anything else, but I just power through it. Every time I do a presentation, it takes a toll on me. I'm consistently wondering if the signs are visible and if anybody can tell because they're all men. Afterward, I pack my stuff and I leave. I can feel my fake smile coming on and the thank yous and praises and all of that of the presentation because I just want to get out of there. I don't care. I just need to leave. So don't get me wrong, I love doing those because I've done it all my life. It was fun. The second it was done, I felt drained and almost annoyed to suddenly see all these people. The presence of them was, I need to get out of here. So, what do men do when you actually share with them about perimenopause? They don't know what to do, and usually they're uncomfortable or they're confused themselves because they've never experienced it. They don't know what it's like. They have their own version of menopause. They don't understand what hot flashes are all about. If there are women at your work, many times women share their own symptoms with other women only to get a nod or a wink or like, yeah, me too, that kind of thing. And it's not helpful for anyone because nobody really knows what's going on. And you go to the doctors write you a prescription for anxiety or some meds to balance the hormones. Don't get me wrong, it does work, but for a lot of people, it does not work. So I'm speaking to those high achieving women who want to find a way avoid the hot flash. And of course, hot flashes, it's lifestyle, it's diet, it's so many different things that we can talk about. But I just want to give you a nutshell here of what you can do right away. I know you're exhausted. So let me give you 3 hot flash accelerators. So, what I'm saying here is try to avoid these things if you don't want to have a hot flash. So, number one is coffee. I know a lot of people don't like that, but coffee in the morning on an empty stomach is a vasodilator and a cortisol amplifier, especially on a very big day. Women know that I need to perform. So, what do? Many women drink more coffee than usual, and each cup raises your baseline pitta, the fire element. You are essentially adding fuel to the fire and setting yourself for a hot flash way before you even get to the boardroom. Number two is skipping breakfast or eating something so light like a protein bar that really has no nutrition in it. You're getting ready, your cortisol is kicking in, and you have a little bit of nervousness around it because maybe you have to drop off the kids or you have to do something else to get to that meeting. And You're not hungry, but your nervous system is dysregulated. So you've got to do something to ground it very quickly. And the fastest way, according to Ayurveda, is to have a warm, grounding breakfast. It sounds a bit bizarre, but have a bowl of soup. Get some miso soup. Get some soup that's going to be warm for you, that's nutritious. Starting your day with a warm meal is going to set the foundation for success. A lot of times people say, for breakfast, I want to have breakfast food or I don't want to have anything at all. But it is about you grounding yourself. So even having a really small bowl of soup or bone broth or something that's going to give you the nutrition. If you eat a protein bar and you go into your big day, you don't have an anchor for the rest of your day. You're not grounded. Being grounded is essential for controlling that pitta fire. And number three is when you mentally rehearse something over and over again, you have now put your nervous system in performance mode, maybe 4 hours before the meeting even started. So that also takes a toll on the way your body is behaving. These are the habits of a high performing, high achieving woman. But remember, if you take care of yourself, trusting yourself through the process becomes so much easier. Here is your hot flash balancing protocol that you're going to do the night before so that you can sleep well and be prepared the next day with a much more cooler internal system. Night before, for dinner, you can eat cooked vegetables, basmati rice, have some coconut, cucumber, pomegranates. A bowl of soup is wonderful. Eat something simple, grounding, and cooling. Stay away from anything hot, spicy, salty, fermented, and alcohol. Alcohol, a lot of women say, I'm so tired, I need a drink. They just want to pass out with the exhaustion that they're having, but that just increases your heat element in your system and it's not going to let you sleep. You will wake up because the cortisol is ready to go at 3 o'clock in the morning. Alcohol is a spirit. It will work against you because it goes right to the bloodstream deep inside and heats up everything. And even if you sleep through because you've been able to pass out with the alcohol and exhaustion, it's not a good formula for the next day. Having these good habits and lowering this baseline temperature the night before is going to help you set yourself up for success the next day. And most importantly, you'll sleep well. And the other thing is take some coconut oil. You can put it on your scalp, on your body before you shower. That will also help cool your system down right away and it will give you energy. I just want to say one more thing. For those people who love their coffee in the morning, what you can do is replace it with some mint tea or some herbal tea steeped in hot water and then have your coffee a little bit later after you eat something. This sounds pretty ordinary, but it will support your digestion and have a gentle cooling effect on your entire system in your body. In the previous video, we also talked about the Shitali breathing, which is the cooling breath. Practice that for 15 to 20 minutes, especially during the summertime or you know there's a very big day ahead of you. Find a little time in your car, maybe even in the bathroom stall where nobody's going to find you, or in an empty office space. This is not just a relaxation breath, but it is a deliberate physiological way to calm the nervous system. And one more little tip I want to give you. If you are in a presentation and you feel that heat coming on, a hot flash is coming on, what you can do is turn around and just take a moment, put your tongue at the roof of your mouth like that, and then gently just breathe in like this through the sides. And it cools the head, it cools your body, it starts to regulate that temperature of yours. It's worth trying, okay? And also, another thing you can do is to visualize cold blue water moving up your spine. I know this might sound a little bit out there for some people, but it's worth trying because your mind is so powerful. You can make anything happen. You want to be aware of your own body. You want to have control over what's happening, the heat element. How far is it rising? You have the power to control that and disrupt that before anything goes out of control through food, through lifestyle, through breathing. There's so many different techniques that we can talk about. I'm only giving you a little piece of advice here that has helped so many women get through their hot flashes during presentations. Now, one more big warning I want to give you. After a presentation, a lot of women, they're like, thank God it's over. And now they go and have a heavy lunch or they have some drinks, you've got to remember that there's a post presentation cortisol drop happening now. So make sure that you calibrate yourself with that. This is the moment when you want to take some warm water, you want to take a short walk, you want to breathe, you want to relax yourself. Stay in your element. Give your body about 3 minutes to recover and register that the threat is over and you are safe. I know a lot of women don't feel like there's some threat, but your body is feeling that way. So you want to give yourself that reassurance that I am fine, I am safe, I am whole, perfect, and complete. According to Ayurveda, a hot flash is the heat element going out of control. During perimenopause, it is triggered by the disruption of the fire element, which is responsible for regulating your body temperature, your digestion, your willpower, your motivation, and all the things, the drive a high achieving woman has in order to accomplish her career and all the other beautiful successes that she creates. As estrogen declines, the hypothalamus gland is responsible for maintaining that body temperature. When the body overheats, the fire starts to release this heat, and the response is blood vessel dilation. The blood rushes to the skin, and there it is, the hot flash. Now, the most critical piece of this is the timing of the arrival of the cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol raises your core temperature and also increases the heart rate. So you may be feeling heart palpitations. When you are about to walk into a presentation or a high stakes environment, your body naturally creates this cortisol spike, which is a good thing because it helps you with focus, mental alertness, being really prepared, knowing what you're going to do and how you're going to perform to be successful. But during perimenopause, the nervous system is already taxed, and that cortisol level temperature, it rises very quickly and creates a hot flash. Let me explain. Before perimenopause, you have a cooling system with the estrogen because there's a logical way the body knows that every month you're going to have a menstruation, estrogen will come, progesterone will come, and there's a cycle that's happening. When this cycle is no longer happening, there are no containment walls there. So the fire, that heat that allows a menstruation to happen, it's moving up and down and everywhere, and there's no containment. Anytime you are experiencing this intense mental effort or concentration or strategic thinking and having to create some kind of communication with high stakes people and environments, it generates a lot of heat in the mental and emotional capacities. So, what happens when you stand up to perform or give a presentation? You are doing the most pitta intensive activity a human being can do because it's a lot of pressure in a high stakes environment. So, you have to perform, you have to succeed. There is no other way out because people are looking at you and you have to deliver. No pressure. But your mental pitta is at peak here. The cortisol is elevated and your body temperature has risen. The hot flash is your body's way to restore balance, believe it or not. It's not working against you, it's actually trying to help you. It's trying to send the fire somewhere, but remember, there's no containment anymore. So, what do we have to do? We have to figure out how are you going to contain that fire and give it some place to go. We can also look at this problem as the timing of the cortisol, and the solution is to begin that cooling process way before that heat reaches its threshold. So I hope you're enjoying this channel, and please do subscribe so that I can continue to bring you more of this kind of material. You should not be debilitated by your hot flash. You should own your power, and as you get older and you come into those years that you've worked so hard to create for yourself, you should be able to fully, with awareness, step into your power and have whatever you have created for yourself, and not let this time of perimenopause and menopausal symptoms take your power away. This is not luxury I'm talking about. This is your own good health. When people are healthy, they have the ability to power through things. They have all the tools and they know what their body needs in any given moment. So if you have a presentation coming up, please do use some of these protocols and let me know, how did it go for you? Or if there's anything else that you do that works for you, please do share. There is a 3 a.m. protocol guide down below for $10 and a meditation, a guided meditation, should you wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning what to do about it. And also, there's another one for hot flashes and things. Please do click on the link below and you will find all the different things and also have access to perhaps you and I working together. And take care of yourself. And I will see you next week.